Files Edgeworth. Objection.
Hello, everybody. Today, I am proud to say this stream is sponsored by Capcom to play my favorite game of all time. I don't think you could get any better than this. Hello! Huge shout out to Capcom and Ace Attorney for sponsoring today's stream. Kind of crazy that they did this for me. Kind of crazy, kind of crazy. I'm still freaking out. It's okay. All right, chat. All right, chat. I know how to start stream. All rise. It is time to start Ace Attorney Investigations Collection, which is out right now because I'm playing it. Hello, welcome to the world's greatest Miles Edgeworth stream. More like the only one. Hi. So yes, there is a link that is pinned at the both chats for YouTube and Twitch. All clicks help. I think the link just takes you to where you can wish list it on Steam. Everything helps no matter what you do. But Miles Edgeworth, the games are here, and it literally feels like yesterday that they announced this in the Nintendo Direct, and I was just screaming. Dude, that announcement literally feels like yesterday. Like, so much has happened between then and now. It is crazy. I cannot, my brain can't fathom how fast time has gone. Ugh. Literally, how long ago was that? Like a few months ago. And now we're here with the actual release. I can still hear the scream. The scream, it echoes in your mind. But yes, of course I had to wear my Miles Edgeworth fit. Of course, of course. Of course I had to. It's for him. Also, what is this hype train going on in Twitch chat right now? E, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Atobe, thank you for the 3-month resub. Chris, thank you for the 7-month resub. Land of the Rest, thank you for the 4-month resub. Broda, gifting a sub to Miles Edgeworth. Giga Chad Energy, thank you so much for that. Woo! Gifting a sub to the man himself.
Thought I missed the start of the stream. Hi all.
Z-Chan, thank you so much for the 29 months.
So
whoa, what is going on? Private Butter, thank you so much for the 3-month resub. Jada, thank you for gifting 5 subs to the community. Lucina, thank you for the membership on YouTube. Mizzy, thank you for the 15-month resub. Sheesh.
Chris arrived.
I think you guys are excited. Possibly as excited as I am to play this game. But I don't think so. No, I don't think anything could beat my excitement to play this game. I miss Miles Edgeworth so much. I haven't had him in Apollo Justice and, well, this whole game. He's just non-existent. So, I need some Miles Edgeworth in my life, and that's exactly what we're gonna get today. Oh, Van, thank you so much for the 17-month resub, and my vest is, like, crooked. Miles Edgeworth would not stand for this.
It's wild. Capcom re-released 2 games specifically for you.
I know, Capcom did release these games for me. They saw me. They clearly... Okay, here's the timeline of events. They clearly noticed that I got into the Phoenix Wright trilogy about 2 months before the announcement started, right? So they were able to complete investigations, production in like a month flat, just for me. Crazy that they had that amount of that quick of turnaround time. That's wow. That's so nice of them. Super based Capcom, especially super based person that runs Ace Attorney game Twitter account.
So it's
truly the kings of the internet right now.
Arriving on Tuesday.
Thank you so much for all the support. E, thank you for the 100. Massey, thank you so much for the 100. Akechi Best Boy, thank you for the Prime sub. Kunj, thank you for the 300 bits. MS8, thank you so much for the 6-month resub. Thank you, friends. Yeah, it's clearly all because I started playing Ace Attorney Trilogy that this happened in the first place. It's crazy. David, thank you so much for the 279 Canadian super chat, and thank you. I am a Canadian citizen. It's gonna be cheesy, but this flag will stay in my background for a bit. I'm a little bit excited to be a brand new citizen of a country. It's a big deal. So it's gonna stay there, and y'all are gonna like it. Also, Majima wearing the Miles shirt is also gonna be staying for a bit. You guys want to see it up close? It's pretty great. Miles Edgeworth, worn by Goro Majima. I think he wears it very, very well, if you ask me. Like, Majima was clearly made to wear Miles Edgeworth on his chest. Hold it! It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
It's perfect. My favorite Canadian kilometers Edgeworth.
Kilometers Edgeworth. DD Sans, thank you for the 28 months. Erica, thank you so much for the 5 months. Thank you guys. And Bug Cammy, thank you so much for becoming a member on YouTube. My goodness. Hunati, thank you for the 100 bits. All right. Oh my god, y'all are so hype. What's going on? Objection. I'm not supposed to be using the gavel for objection, but I do what I want. I make the rules. I'm excited to have a gavel. Anybody who has one, I'm sure, would be excited to just use it for no reason whatsoever. What is this hype train going on? Thank you so much for the 100 bits, Punity. And Sky, thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it. There was a poll on Twitter for the gayest Ace Attorney character, and the Ace Attorney official Twitter made it to the semifinals. I am aware of that, and I voted for the Ace Attorney official Twitter account.
Sky Nathan
I did vote for them.
$9.99.
I took part. I did my part.
Ace Attorney character, and the Ace Attorney official Twitter made it to semi-finals.
Thank you so much, Sky, for the $10. Look, as a citizen of both the United States, Canada and Ace Attorney, I put in my votes because I am a loyal citizen to my countries, okay? I voted for all of the Ace Attorney polls. I was there. I take my job very seriously. Loyal citizen of Japanifornia. That is me. Yeah. It's true. I know my rights as a citizen of Japanifornia. And that is to vote for who is the gayest character. And nobody is gayer than Miles Edgeworth. We love that. We love that for him. But second place absolutely goes to Ace Attorney Twitter account person, who I still don't know, but I love them dearly, and I hope that they are listening. Mwah. You voted for Naramitsu in the Yaoi poll? You bet I did. I do my duty, okay? I do my part. I am a loyal citizen of Japanifornia. I will do whatever it takes, okay? All right, jokes aside. Jokes aside, jokes aside. We will get to be playing investigations here momentarily. But did you guys know? If you didn't know, you know now. Ace Attorney Investigations Collection has both of the Miles Edgeworth games. Two for the price of one. Crazy deal. And you know what else? The second game has never been released in the West until today. That's right. Today, it gets a Western official localization. Today, we get to experience peak localization. That is Ace Attorney. Crazy. You cannot get any better. I'm sure the fan localization was good too, but I am down for official localizations, man, and I am looking forward to this. So, crazy stuff. I also did take a peek at the settings right before I started the stream. It's nice that you can actually toggle on, like if you want like the old art sprites in the game. I'll show you whenever we start it, but it's nice you could just toggle it on and off if you want older sprite stuff. Really cute touch. I like that. Janetsu, my goat. I know. Oh, the whole Ace Attorney team has my heart and soul. God, I love them all so much. Everybody. People in marketing, people that make these games. It's not a lot. It's a small team. But goddamn, they have my heart, like, so tightly wound. I love them so much. But yeah. And remember that at any point in time, you can click the link that is pinned at the top of both chats, YouTube and Twitch. I'm talking directly to you. I am not threatening you with my gavel.
Noel Garibay tipped $5.
But I kind of am.
Congrats on your Canadian citizenship. By law,
Aww.
your blood will be replaced with maple syrup.
My blood will be replaced with maple syrup. I feel like it slowly has been turning to that, yes. Thank you, Noel, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Regplate, thank you for the 30 months. I appreciate it. Eat Led, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate you. But yes, click the link at the top of the pinned chats. Every click helps. I think you can use the link to directly wishlist the game on Steam. Wishlists go a long way, even if you can't buy it right now. But I think the key thing here is that we need to show support to the team more than ever, because then, only then, will we get Ace Attorney 7. I am doing my part! I want Ace Attorney 7! I will do what it takes! Click the link or Ace Attorney 7 will not happen. Just kidding, it will, eventually. But we need to show support. I will do everything in my power. My little content creator brain will do everything. I will do all of the Miles Edgeworth dances I need to do. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. All right, that being said, You guys wanna play video games? You guys you could tell I'm a little bit nervous. It's just hard to believe that we're here, okay? Like, Jesus. I also do have my special right here on my desk, my Ace Attorney Investigations binder. Any notes that I have will go in here. Crystal theories for my playthrough. This is the Ace Attorney theory book from now on. I have my pen ready that they gave me in my package. I was born ready for this stream, okay? They gave me all the tools that I needed. I got my custom gavel. I got my notebook. I got my pen. And I have the blue badger. They didn't give me that though. I made that. It's sad. All right. I have one. Okay, wait. I want the first thing in this notebook. I'm gonna write something. Hold on. Before we start here. Give me a moment. I feel like I'm writing my vows right now.
Remember when Chris Howell started the Great Ace Attorney and said all I know is the objection meme? How we have caught up, huh?
It's crazy how far we've come in just a few months here. I started Ace Attorney, what, 3.5 months ago? Crazy. I try not to think about it, because a lot's happened in 3.5 months. A little bit too many things happened in the past 3.5 months. It's crazy. Absolutely will not take it for granted, though. Okay, I wrote my vow. This is the first thing I wrote. It's really hard for me to, okay. I love Miles Edgeworth. He is the gayest little boy that I will protect and love forever. The end. Long live Miles Edgeworth. Okay, now I can start. Now that I got that out of the way, I also do have my figurine. Don't we look so alike? It's crazy. We look so alike. Yeah, they did misspell my referral code. I noticed that yesterday, but I didn't feel like telling them to fix it because it doesn't really matter. As long as people click the link, it doesn't matter. Because there's not like a code that you guys type in anything. It's just if you click the link, it works. So if my name is spelled wrong, it's whatever. It's not that big of a deal. You know how used to it I am that sponsors misspell my name? Let's just say I'm so used to it that whenever I pulled this gavel out of my box yesterday on stream and I looked at my name being on it, I expected it to be spelled wrong. Thankfully, it is not. But I expected it to be spelled wrong because it almost always is. Thankfully, it is right. It is accurate. 2 A's, 2 H's. They did it right. But I always have the lowest expectations that everybody will always spell it wrong. And you know what? I can't blame them. That's my fault. I chose this name. It is 100% my fault. All right, let's sit, friends. Let's play investigations. We're gonna play for probably like, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours? Normal stream length today. I know I'm only technically sponsored for an hour, here, but of course I'm gonna go longer. It's Miles Edgeworth. Capcom can't stop me from playing more game. Alrighty. Here we go. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Sorry, I'm just like taking this in that I'm just really excited to finally play this game. Oh. Also, in regards to a lot of people probably asking the same question about what the heck I'm streaming after this, don't ask. I'll talk about it at the end of stream, because I don't know. Okay? I literally don't know. Okay. Court is now in session. Let's go. Okay. I just want to quickly show you guys the settings here. So this is what I mean, like in art style here. You can go to HD or pixel art. I love this touch. It's really, really nice. Of course, I'm gonna go HD, but I don't know. What if for like for like the future, I switch it for like a day or two to the pixel art? Because I do like retro like pixel art style. That's nice. But yeah, it's super easy to just switch it. All right, new game. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like really excited. Okay. Edgeworth with legs? Yes, of course he has legs. I saw them in the anime. Wait, what is this comment I just read? Wait. It's okay, Miles Edgeworth makes me want to go longer too. Okay. Alright, I'm out of here, I'm out. Let's go, new game. Episode 1, start from this episode. Chat said it, not me. Not me. The things I read in my chats, man. Oh, March 14th at 1:16 in the morning. This is bright-ass early. To make sure that the defendant is found guilty,
excited to see you play
what other
one of my
choice do I
favorite
have?
games.
That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Isn't this Edgeworth's office? It is. Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost. Oh my god. Wait, murder in his office? Guys, I think that guy did it. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. Bruh. If he was a prodigy among prosecutors, I would have heard about him, okay? I played the whole Phoenix Wright trilogy. I heard no other names besides Miles Edgeworth, Franziska von Karma, Manfred von Karma, and Godot. Like, I have not heard about you, so you clearly suck. Okay. Oh, Pain. Pain too, yeah. Anyway, at 2:05 a.m., prosecutors building, 12th floor hallway. Oh! Sorry, I'm okay. So chat, remind me. This takes place, it says 1 month. 1 month after the trilogy ends. I'm assuming 1 month. Oh, you guys want me to have the heart rate monitor? Yes? Okay. I think that's obvious enough. I mean, the game literally introduces with, I've been away from my office for a whole month. So that would be 1 month after trilogy. Got it. Easy peasy. Heart rate monitor? I probably shouldn't, chat. If I put on my heart rate monitor, it's gonna be a mess the whole time. Also, it's really hard to put on underneath all of this now. Okay. Okay, I'll be... Okay. I did it. I'm keeping Miles waiting. Is this, this has to be such a disrespect, man. I'm so sorry, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, we're starting off at that heart rate. We're doing great. Oh, this is gonna be one hell of a stream. Okay. It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. Wait, so wait, Gumshoe is not only a detective, he's a janitor? The door is unlocked. Oh, God. Detective Gumshoe? What's this smell? It's very familiar. Blood? Wait, where's my accent? My Miles Edgeworth accent. Oh, I love these expressions. What the? What's the meaning of this? Dead person. Wait a second. It just kind of dawned on me. So Miles Edgeworth finds a dead body in his car, and then he finds a body in his office 2.5 years later. More like a little over 2 months. 2 years later, I mean. Miles Edgeworth's life is a mess. Freeze! Wait, are they accusing him? This is his office! I guess so. Wait, whoa, that's not the cops. He's being threatened? Bro, we just started. Identify yourself. Shut up. Got some nerve committing murder in my prosecutor's office. Oh, move my cam a bit higher. It's covering the text box. Oh, you want me to move it like above here? Does the text go that way? Okay. Is that better? Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. Okay, this is nice. Art. Wait! Did he just leave? He's not gonna kill Edgeworth? Edgeworth just got threatened, and he was like, bruh, no you won't. What a giga Chad, what? How can you be so calm when a gun is being pointed at you? Bro has been through this before. How? He's already... Okay. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases and some very frantic busy days. When isn't it like that? Dude flies back from Germany to help Phoenix and be a defense attorney, and he just got thrusted into that. I feel like every time he comes home, everything is just like a shit show. You know, like, this is just par for the course. Also, it is hot in here, so you're gonna get no jacket. He thrust it. Oh my god, chat. Be good. Just putting it on my chair. Okay. Alright, 2:56 a.m. Dude, I should be asleep. 3 in the morning? Oh, this type of gameplay is so fun. I finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. Ah! Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? There he is. He's back. Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away. This is Dick Gumshoe. He is a detective with the local precinct, and the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine, however. Look what they did to your office! It's totally trashed! Not the tea set. Oh, I think the biggest catastrophe is the tea set in the back on the windowsill. Oh, that's a shame. I'll say the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. He's worried about the dirt. Oh my god. No one gets away with trucking mud into my office. Whoa, sounds like you're getting real burned up over this whole thing. This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. Must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Wait, he doesn't write it down? I'll keep any leads or information in my head. Broski doesn't write it down? What? How do you take mental notes like that? Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Is it really coincidence that the murder took place in my office? No, it is not. Also, on the night that he comes home from abroad, come on, they knew. I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really, especially because of this. The key to your office. This office's door has a lock built into it. Well, no, no. Of course. Of course it does. What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? What's that? I've never heard of that, sir. By finding the connection between the two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. Oh! I love him. That is the end result of using logic. So, how do you use logic, sir? I've never heard of it. First, I recall the information we've gathered, and then I connect them together. Okay. Recall the facts. Oh. Oh. Okay. You know what that reminded me of? I have a pen. I have an apple. Apple pen. That's the first thing that came to my mind. PPA. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer to the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? The safe? You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's a beautiful watch. This is so funny. Okay, I don't think we saw this much of, like... So the relationship between Gumshoe and Edgeworth has always piqued my interest. I don't get it. But I like that so far this has just been showcasing Gumshoe just being a total kiss-ass to Edgeworth. This is just... if this is gonna be the whole thing, alright, sign me up, man. Yes, well, when your follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Oh well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Oh, this is awesome. Okay. The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that. And when I want to examine something, I simply use A when I'm next to it. Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use Y, okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. Wait, what if I do it now? I want to see... Oh, look at him, little running! Oh! Look at him! I love this gameplay. He's running. It's hard for me to imagine. Oh my god, he's staring. It's hard for me to imagine, like, Edgeworth running at all. Dude's never in a hurry. I don't believe this. Do you have anything to report? Sir, yes, sir! Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir! And yet there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Talk about a contradiction. Something out of the ordinary? I should look around a bit more. What if I click Y right now? You called, sir? It's okay. You know what, I'll do this. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model, I think. Detective. I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it. So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives. Okay. Not the chessboard. The custom chessboard that he ordered. Because he doesn't like Phoenix at all. Ouch, they even knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up ready for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games. I had no idea you were interested in chess. I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give Oh no, sweetie. Broski, what? Hold on, we interrupt this program for people being badass.
Bronies and Mash tipped $9.99. Wow, was not expecting you to actually read that comment. I'm simultaneously embarrassed and honored. Love your streams.
The comment from before. Thank you so much, Artemis, for the $10 super chat. Bronies, thank you for the $10 super chat. Larice Donham gifting 20 memberships to YouTube. Thank you so much. You guys are way too sweet. Wow. Thank you guys. Alrighty. In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. Damn. I don't want to investigate the body yet. How's my desk? How's the Steel Samurai? It's a good thing my Steel Samurai doll was spared any harm. Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again? Well, I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai, and his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids that I watch every episode of. However, its a high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well, like myself. Spin-offs like the Pink Princess Warrior of Little Old Tokyo and the Nickel Samurai, along with a deluge of merchandise and even a new stage show gives it presence. You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy? Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. Of course. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. But it's a Steel Samurai. Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers? The ones that came with a card attached every month like clockwork for you? Yup. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy. Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are thy thoughts? Isn't that the name of that old lady with the whiny voice? That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. He's so scarred. I'm supposed to be investigating the crime scene, and here I am not caring. Somebody's dead in my room. In my office. Oh, it's your trophy! The Knight of Prosecutors, right? King of Prosecutors. And it's not a trophy, it's a shield. They only send this to the winning prosecutor, right? Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself. That's so slick, sir. I'm gonna have to try saying that sometime. Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. Oh. Bro. Miles. It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you. It's so tidy that it looks newer than when I first bought it. Yeah, that thing's so polished that it makes mirrors jealous. Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, detective. My job is to protect your office, sir. And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it. That's harsh, sir. I have to admit, the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay. Edgeworth! Bro? Your files are all over the floor, sir. They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time. Wait, this just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I water the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Does he have a... Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Oh, Edgeworth. I'm deceased. How is it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never. I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa. That thing took a billion times softer than my mattress at home. And can I sit on it too? Just for a little while, sir. Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Wait, sitting on a sofa that's meant to be sat on? Why? Until this case is solved, neither of us oh, okay, it's because it's a crime scene, okay. Neither of us has the time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end. You know who else could be a real trooper, chat? You, by clicking the link that's pinned at the top of the chat right now. Did you know that you can get Ace Attorney Investigations right now? You can play as Miles Edgeworth like I am right now. And did you know that this game has 2 games in the collection? The second game has never been released in the West until today. That's right. I don't think you knew that, but you know that now. Just saying, you can add it to your wish list. You can buy the game. You can do all the things. Julia clicked it. Wow, what a Giga Chad. Julia, you get a certified gold star. 2 whole games. That's crazy. It's bought, ma'am. Wow, what a Giga Chad. Thank you so much. How did I not know?
Months. Time is soup, Kristen.
I love you, chat. Emma, thank you so much for the 15-month resub. I really appreciate it. But Crystal, what if I already bought the game? It's simple. Clicking the link is free. I already pre-ordered it. That is a-okay. Actually, you are also a Giga Chad for pre-ordering the game because you also get bonuses. So you are Giga Chads. Anyway. I'm done. Even with this case when this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. Maybe you should give him a raise! Watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir! Ugh, the killer is going to pay. This tea set. Yikes, you're really mad over this. This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. It can only be bought in England. Ooh. It costs more than your whole month's paycheck. What? Now I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks. Not Germany. England is real. England is real, but only in investigations. Outside of investigations, England isn't a real country. It's only Germany. All right, I guess I should look at the body. They finished photographing the body, so it should be all right to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge, detective. Oh, hey, I have the exact same thing, actually. What a coinky think. Let's take a look inside. Oh no, not Buddy Faith! He was such a nice guy. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Oh my god, wait, my theory. What if the killer was actually after Gumshoe, not Edgeworth? Because he knew that Gumshoe was regularly checking the office. But why would someone want to kill Gumshoe? Dude, see, Ace Attorney, they like to flip around the situations, man. They want you to think that they were after Miles Edgeworth, but nah. Or they want to, I don't know why they need to do it in his office specifically. But no, the real, they were going for Detective Gumshoe. I figured it all out. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. The game is hinting at me to put stuff together. Oh no, wait, this takes brains. Alright, what was the killer after? Killing a detective. I don't want to do this. I'm scared. Oh, my prosecutor's badge! Proof of my profession. However, I prefer to keep it in my pocket. I do have my badge. It's not currently in my pocket though, so I'm gonna, you know what? Even though you guys don't see it, I'm gonna do it anyway because I am dedicated to my craft here, okay? If I'm gonna dress as Miles Edgeworth, I'm gonna do it properly. Here's my badge. My prosecutor badge. It's not focusing, but you guys can see it, and I'm gonna put it. It's in my pocket. Alright, Mr. Buddy Faith, a detective in this precinct and the victim. Why was he killed in my office? Dick Gumshoe, a homicide detective in the local precinct in charge of the initial investigation. Let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. Yup, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Police have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. So the body was found at 2:05 a.m. Are you gonna be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course, this is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. All right, if you say so. I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press RB to open my organizer. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. Yeah. I do that. Alright, so we checked the body. What about the hand that's, like, behind? No, we don't care about that? Alright, the book. I don't believe it! I packed those files on those shelves so tight! And that's not even an earthquake could make them fall off, but just look at them! At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all! A problem, to be sure. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. That's not a lot of blood, if you ask me. It's just like a little bit, you know? Alright, I think that's it here. Oh! Oh! It says Gumshoe! Wait, I was right. Chat, this says Gumshoe. Oh, you can't see it! Oh, it's under my camera! What does that say? I believe that says gum. I almost missed that. Chat, I'm telling you, I already figured out the entire game. I'm trying to examine, like, the bloody handprints, but it doesn't seem like I can. I want to examine this, too. Like, there's a bullet in there. Okay. Oh, I think they want me to... Wait. Okay, let's put it together. So, the killer's goal was to kill the detective. Let's just see how this works. Oh, now you get a prosecutor's badge emote. Aww. Alright, the killer's goal. Why did this happen in my office and what was the killer after? My files are a mess pointing to a struggle because they wanted a file that was in here? I don't feel like this goes together, but I think the game is hinting at me that to put something together. I don't think it's the victim, but I'm gonna put them together and see what happens. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Ah! Pen, pineapple, apple, pen doesn't go together. No! We're at great start. Great start. All right, notice anything? Did I miss anything else in the room? Is there anything you noticed that you'd like to share? Just thought I rushed over here as soon as I heard there was a murder in your office, sir. The investigation just got started, so I guess there is not much else to say. Were you the one that found the body, Mr. Edgeworth? Unfortunately, upon my return, I found my office door to be unlocked. And what awaited me inside was this whole messy affair. Ouch, that's rough. Even though I left the security of this room to a certain detective. Sorry, sir. I assume you understand how to conduct investigations? Of course, sir. Examine anything and everything. Okay, by check-in, okay. Well, okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Your foolishness causes Edgeworth to have a brain aneurysm. No, he's fine. Edgeworth is fine. Don't worry about it. It's called deductive reasoning, detective. Clearly something you lack. Bruh. I can present? Oh, I can present my badge! Your prosecutor's badge is really tiny compared to my police badge. I can actually present my prosecutor's badge as Miles Edgeworth. Okay, I didn't know that you could do this in this game, and now my life is completely made. Woo! It's really cool, sir. Much, much cooler than my badge could ever be. There's no need to suck up to me, detective. Oh. I'm just a lowly detective, so I'm not sure what I should do with that other than to arrest it. You're gonna arrest the victim. Is that the only talent you have? Oh, wait. Edgeworth. Can I present people? No, I can't. I seem to have picked up a few good leads. So now you're gonna do that thing you do with all the information, right? What are you babbling about? The brainy thing you were talking about just a few minutes ago, sir. A logic. You said that you can look at all of your leads and info. And then you pick the ones that seem related and connect them. That's your way of investigating, right, sir? Yes, which is why this exercise in explaining my own method to me was unnecessary. How about I explain my logic to you next? That is even more unnecessary. No! So things that are just connected. Okay, maybe I just read this wrong then. So, the revolver. Well, the victim and the revolver. The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir, on it now! Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What have we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, this guy's wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. As I always say, you've got to look really carefully at each piece of evidence. I can rotate objects? Oh my god, 3D! Use LB and RB to zoom in and out. It's got a little cute horse, look at it. Looks like only one round was fired from this. Wow, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wrestling the gun from him? Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to autopsy. Jim! Why, oh why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Wait, what? Isn't that the guy who did it, though? Are you alright? Oh! Miles Edgeworth giving comfort to a stranger? Don't touch me! Leave me Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh! Look at him! Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure. Just in a bloodstained suit, pal. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes, I am. I'm Jack Portsman, prosecutor. Jacques. Jim here was my partner in crime busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I am also a prosecutor. Detective Dave Gumshoe, sir. So, you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office? Yes, that is correct. And it was you. You're the one who killed him. Jim. Wait, you're the one who killed Jim. Am I going crazy? Like, his name's not even Jim? His name was Buddy? Buddy Faith. It's my first time speaking to him. I'm so confused. Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down. I will not. I know how things work around here. My prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Wait, that mean... I'm not sure what that means. Well, this is not looking good. So it was you then! You're Jim's killer! No way, pal, you got it all wrong! Everyone calm down. Mr. Portsman, if you are a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Oh, this image. It's this exact image that got me, what's the word? I can't find the word. Ratioed. Oh my god, I couldn't think of the ratioed. The Ace Attorney Twitter account ratioed my tweet with this image. And I'll never forget it. It's the only reason I know this. Chat went off. You guys really thought I was talking about something else? No. I got ratioed by the Ace Attorney Twitter account. My proudest moment, truly. Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. That's me. You're something of a legend, you know? Anyway, let's go a truce and work together, okay? No. Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? A pleasure to work with you. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. I bet he barged in and took something from the body because he ran right to it. He took something from the body. He had to. Thank you. I intend to. I just want a little bit more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there! What? I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim. I should probably give them some space. No. Mr. Portsman, a word, if I may. Jim, I swear I'll find your killer and bring them to justice. You wait and see. I'll be for the both of us. It'll be for the both of us. Now then, you wanted to talk to me about something? No, that's alright. I feel like I'm interrupting their conversation. How's it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. This picture is too important to mess up. I'll leave the man to his art. I don't wanna. Okay, so I can now look at this, though. Your jacket, sir! What's it doing on the floor? It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? They dared shoot the ultra special jacket that made your prosecutorial debut in? What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster. So let me get this straight. He really only wore this jacket once for his very first trial, and then never again. This very nice, expensive suit got worn once. Got it. I'm muting alerts for a second. Mr. God Complex, thank you for the $2 super chat. And Pikes, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Sorry, I do have alerts like paused for some things.
Pikes Peak Audio tipped $5. In this pose, Edgeworth is subtly flipping us off with his right hand.
Oh, that's awkward. Tronic, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate it. It's not worth getting worked up over, detective, not when there's something more here. Oh, like what? I take it you haven't noticed it yet, detective. There is a giant contradiction right here in front of us. Really? Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. I got my screenshot. But I have my own methods and I will conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. This is it. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it. And when I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I'd present it. This is how I do things. This is how I do things. I don't do things how Wright does things. Eureka! Oh! What was that? Eureka! Oh, that's the first time experiencing that. Okay, that was weird. This bullet hole is the contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim. And the second felled this frame. Hey, that's right! However, this gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too. Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes? What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? It's a secret safe. It's not very secret. I don't know. I feel like I would look behind a picture frame for a secret safe in a normal house. I feel like it's not very secret. Oh, I smell money! I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Ugh, talk about dusty. I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while. I had no idea there was a safe here, or I'd have kept it clean for you, sir. So when did you put this thing in? It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. Really? I had no idea. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session. That's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. What did you want to be in there? Gumshoe was only thinking about money, dude. Only they know of them. Well, that's okay. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Now this is odd. You found something, sir? This keypad, don't you find it to be a bit too clean? Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. Whoop, sorry. Gavel things. You there, the forensic scientist. Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information that we have. Oh god. Rationally. I'm not the greatest at that. I'm just gonna say the killer's goal was to... The killer was after this. Oh, thank God. I believe I figured out what the murderer was after. What is it, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. Motive theft, question mark? I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. I mean, only these two things. The gun doesn't make sense. There is a possibility that the files displayed on the floor are not the results of a struggle between the victim and his killer.
2,277 tipped £4.99. Got to go get ready for work now, but glad to see you are enjoying seeing Edgeworth again.
Aw, thank you so much, Malta. I appreciate it so much. Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir? Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen. Yes, sir. I'm gonna shelve files like you've never seen before, even at a library. Sure. Let's give that a try. Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. Damn, bro. And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place. He says that a lot. Calmly and logically think things out. No emotions. You got it. Here, let me help. So this file goes here, and that book goes there. You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. It's underneath the bookshelf. What the fuck? It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here. The bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh. Dang. Papa, thank you so much for the 5-month resub. I appreciate it. I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. A standing position, but the bullet hole's too low. And then the guy fell on the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. But you know I'm no good with blood, sir. I'm certain that there's something wrong with this picture. Well, yeah, we'll start with this. The victim was in a sitting position after being shot. That's why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it. That would be the logical conclusion. Oops. The victim's handprints. He must have tried to support himself with his hands after being shot. There are prints on the floor too. Those must have been made when, unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor. So this is where the bullet lodged itself after I went through the victim, huh? For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file spine indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. So I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way.
Let's go. Going to Violent to catch up. Love you, Crystal and Shaq.
Thank you so much, Duper. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 6 months. Alright, we're supposed to deduce. The killer moved the body because it was leaning against the bookshelf. The blood on this guy's pants proves that pretty well. In a sense, I suppose. See, I'm not completely useless, Mr. Edgeworth. Aww. Will this game have, this is not a question to answer, but I'm like, where's the gumshoe redemption arc? This game surely will provide that. Surely. I put them all back, just as they should be, sir. It doesn't look like anything's missing. Although it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. I wonder if they found what they were looking for. Where's DL6? Just kidding. Trauma! Oh! Is this spot somehow connected to the oh god, no. So what do we have evidence-wise? We have... bullet went clean through the abdomen. Okay. So I'm guessing it should be here, the bullet hole. So he had to be sitting. I actually don't know if it's the... Eureka! Eureka! Oh no, no, it's not right. There's clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole. What do you mean, sir? You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up. Wait, did it work? What if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir? That would be illogical. The victim leaned against this shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot. And that means... Wait, what does that mean? It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mind, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it was from that mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is the faulty assumption that caused this problem with the bullet hole's position? If the victim was shot while he was lying down... Wait, didn't you just say that line of reasoning is illogical, sir? You said the victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot. I was trying to be nice and explain my complex logic in an easier way for you to... Oh, really? Thanks for thinking of me, sir. Good. I don't think he noticed my mistake. I need to do all of the wrong answers for Edgeworth. Oh my god. Dude's gonna, like, play it off every single time. Oh, I meant to give you the wrong answer. I was just testing your knowledge. Detective. Every time. Every time. This is gonna be my favorite thing ever. The order of the files.
I believe the order of the files is a bit off. You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir. Oh. Yeah, you see here how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those doing all the way down there after 1, 2, 3? That's really weird. Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. They are exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. But the numbers are all out of order. Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. So that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find. Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up how it was before it was moved? They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. Oh my god, where's his head? Oh my god, where's his head? As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where oh no. Wait, did he spell gumshoe wrong? Gumshoe? I can't turn my head upside down on stream. People go bonkers. Oh, I see. So no head. Oh my god, chat. You know what else you can do right now? Oh, my camera. Oh my god. I don't know what to do with my camera. Can it not stay down here? There's not a lot of text that gets hidden underneath my camera. I do think it's better for it to be in the corner. Anyway. You know what you should do? Check out the link that is pinned at the top of the stream, chat. That's right. Did you know you can buy Ace Attorney Investigations right at this very moment? You could even put it on your wish list on Steam. You could purchase it. You could play the demo, which is free, and it gives you about an hour worth of content, and your save will carry over. It's crazy. If you've ever had an inkling for Miles Edgeworth, you should check it out. Because I love him, and you should love him too. Okay, thanks. Okay, bye. It was a bit rocky, but I had to do it, so. Oh well. Oh my god, really? Thanks, Crystal. You are so welcome. You know, I am a woman of the people. I am here to preach the good word to all of you out here, all right? And that is my sworn duty, and I will continue to do my sworn duty. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith. And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess. Exactly, and then proceeded to shoot the victim. But why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time? Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray once before, and once after the crime, but why? Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look. Oh no. This... What's that? Why does it say gumshoe on there in blood? I'd say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed. No, wait, there's gotta be a mistake! Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me say something, sir! It appears that one of my files was stolen. Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation? Miles doesn't care. Oh, I think it's funny that the file that's missing is literally just O. Like, oh. Gumshoe's incriminated. Oh. It fits with the situation so perfectly. Like, oh, yeah. Is this what the killer was really after? I did it! I got my life back, yay. Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. Oh my god, really? And this most important message managed to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me! You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. If you're going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. Yeah! Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it. I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. And there must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig it out. A contradiction? You can say a contradiction, Edgeworth. You don't have to say flaw, because you don't want to be like him. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you gonna do? What I always do in court. I'm going to cross-examine him. Hold on, I'm going to start and stop recording. I hope this doesn't crash my OBS. Okay, I don't think anything bad happened, but I had to start a new recording. Let me make sure everything's good. Okay, phew. Okay, we're good, we're good. Sweating, I'm sweating. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique. Oh, how do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir? Might as well.
Gumshoe is constructed of a series of boxes.
Oh, thank you so much, Great Skinardo, for the 4 months. I appreciate it.
Alright, first I listen to the witness's testimony. If I find a flaw in the testimony, something that contradicts the evidence, I open my organizer with RB and present the evidence. Wow, that's crazy. To present something, I simply use Y, but that's old news. It's not like there's gonna be a flaw in their testimony every time, right? Correct, and at those times I need to press the witness. Oh my god, this is outside of the courtroom. I think I get it, sir. I'll try this technique during our investigations, too. Very well. I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully. You know what has no flaws? Someone who either subs with Twitch Prime or someone who clicks the link pinned above both chats so you can add Miles Edgeworth Investigations Collected to your wish list on your preferred platform right now. That's crazy! Wow, Alan Ray, moderator of the Crystal channel. That is such great advice. Wow. Thank you so much. Argument. Oh my god, we're arguing? Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft. That's when you moved Jim's body. That was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer? I can hear Jim's voice and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing your words, Mr. Portsman? I love this pose. I love him. I love him so much. Time to mention metaphor. Can you remind me in like 30 minutes? Wait, no. Oh, should I do it? Oh, wait, hold on. Technically, okay, no, it's okay. We can drop it. Cause I got a message this morning. Okay, yeah, don't worry about it, Dynasty, but thank you. I can drop it. I don't need to mention it. I'll explain later. It's complicated. Are you sure that you're not mishearing your words, Mr. Portsman? There is no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. And thank you, Diane, too. Diane, you also did that. Thank you guys. I have the best mods. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence. Damn, you kind of sound like Phoenix Wright right now. Crazy. I'm gonna press.
Hold it!
Hold it! You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. Okay, wait, I actually have something to ask. This was a complete coincidence. But I wanted to ask, it seems like every single Ace Attorney game has a different voice actor. Do any two games have the same voice actors? They just change them every single time. From each game to each of the animes to the movie to like everything. It seems like there is not like one singular voice actor. This is the same one from the trilogy? Okay, so this is like the only consistency. Edgeworth got the same one, but everybody else changed. I have something to ask. Did you guys click the pinned link? Oh my god, yeah. Okay, so this is original trilogy Edgeworth. Good to know, good to know. You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. What is it? Why do you call the victim Jim? This is a very good question, Edgeworth. When clearly his name is Buddy Faith? Isn't it obvious Jim is the perfect name for my companion? What? Jacques and Jim. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly? No. But Jim isn't even close to the guy's real name. Well, Jack and Buddy just sounds off somehow. I think Jack and Buddy sound great. Besides, he was the third of a bunch of guys I decided to nickname Jim. What? He talks about the victim like he was his pet. Hold it! Kiwi, thank you for the prime! Enjoy your emotes! Hold it! Do you really think it was necessary to dishevel my shelves twice to do that? That's true. Okay, then maybe his real intent was theft. Hey, are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth? It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life is getting a little too rough to handle. I'll have you know that I eat 3 square meals every day, pal. Okay, so all 3 of them happen to be instant noodles, but... Poor thing, what an evil prosecutor you were paired with. And what a motive. No? Oh, wow. What a jerk. Hold it! Kill him! And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyway. Hold it! Why do you think that the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something. Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal. There's a lot a person can understand about another from first persons alone. Can't say I disagree with him on that point. Why don't you say something, sir? Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody leathers, and I can prove it with evidence. I couldn't ask for a better setup for the game-finishing spike. Hold it! Are you saying that those letters were intended for you? Yep, Jin was an outstanding detective. I would expect no less from my former partner. Looks like Mr. Portsman still doesn't understand. He has yet to figure out the true meaning behind the bloody letters. What are you sputtering over there? Can't you just admit my logic is perfectly sound? There's a gigantic flaw in his logic. A gap so wide that even the good detective can spot it. Well,
Maxine Edgeworth again. D.
We better spot it, chat. Ray, thank you for the 5 months. It is fantastic to see Edgeworth again. Oh my god. I'm crying in the club. Alright, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. You messed up the files to make it look like you had committed the theft instead. Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. So what does this specifically say?
body was found. Issued only 1 shot fired. One of the files that were written upon in blood was stolen by the culprit. You didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. Well, in this picture, he clearly is oh, whatever.
Objection!
Lying, not sitting. There is a difference between sitting in front of the bookshelf and lying dead in front of the bookshelf, but you know. It would behoove you to take a good look at this. I have to see Edgeworth screwing up. I see it, but I fail to see how it has anything to do with me.
Chris,
Is that so? I love this sprite. You're not at the top of your game today, are you, Mr. Genius Prosecutor? I can't allow him to set the pace here. I must remain calm. Only by doing so can I find the fatal flaw in his reasoning. That's way too good, man.
Objection!
Objection! Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic. Bringing a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game. I can't help but find it odd. Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking, I get it. Haha. If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another chance, take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? That's impossible! What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The files on that shelf are all about the certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt that they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spot.
Objection!
This is so satisfying to just listen to, sorry. Shit's hype. By the way, this is another setting in the options of the game. If you don't want to listen to the arranged soundtrack, you can play the original soundtrack if you so choose in the settings. But this arranged soundtrack, god dang! I love this. It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder. I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters and the detective's name where the file should be is proof. Yeah, I mean the S is gone, and there's only half an H. If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Which means what exactly? What does that make it this dying message? It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene. That's so low! I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir! I'm gonna get him, sir! You'll see! I'm gonna have them around our arrest in no time! Well, Mr. Portsman? Ha! Brilliant! Absolutely splendid! Logic deserving of Olympic gold. I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. You win some and you lose some. That's how life goes.
Glad everyone's so cheery. Even I felt more dead than alive. But you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however... What is it this time? Are you still after me, pal? Humor me for a second. Who is this kid to the office? Oh my god. Kill him. That would be me. Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal. What? Did I just get flashed? That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence. Then why do I sense that you still have something to say? I was thinking, did you know there's one other person with a key to this office? One other person? Please say Phoenix Wright. I want Phoenix Wright to have the other key because I think that that's cute, but whatever. Yes, sir. What is it, sir? Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me? A lady? The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness. Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal. Don't! What's wrong with him all of a sudden? Is it like Maggie? Oh. I believe she needs no introduction. I've called upon— Oh no, Maggie! She's back! No, poor girl! Oh, Detective Gumshoe, sir. Maggie! Oh. Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight. I see, and your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building. What? If you're not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with an access to this room is Miss Bird. How dare you! I would never sneak into someone's room. That's right, I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me, that's right, I did it. Oh my god. Can we take that as a confession, Detective? It wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with that, right? Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime, and for one simple reason. Oh my god. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. So you're saying that she used the master key? Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claim about the evidence. That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well. Then, that was then and this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. It seems that the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to depress him. Just make him depressed. I like that better, actually.
Hold it!
Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, yes, moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated. What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal. You can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. Should I hear Miss Bird out? Always. Not so fast. I too am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say. Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies. I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please. This is so silly. They're treating this like a courtroom. But this is like a casual, kind of a casual setting. I mean, we're on the scene of a crime, but it's just kind of funny. Also, to mention that this is still like 3 in the morning. Like 4 in the morning, actually, though. It's way too late for this. I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir. What do you mean by missing? As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Mr. Portsman, I believe this is to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? Can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words. I'm not lying, sir. If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now. I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir. A likely story. Where's your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? How do you prove that? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again. I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it. Yeah, pal, trust me, you don't want to test just how bad her luck is. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth. But... You still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office. Her motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. It is as Mr. Portman says, detective. You can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Her intent from the messed up shelves to the wiped down safe, I'd say thievery.
Hold it!
I concur that the culprit's motive appears to have been thievery. However, glad to hear that the great Miles Edgeworth is in agreement with little old me. However, with regard to the investigation of the bookshelves and safe... Hey, good thinking, asking for my opinion on the matter. Would it be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence? If Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door... I thought we had established Detective Gumshoe's innocence pretty thoroughly. It was just a theory, one hypothesis among the many possibilities. I mean, I had my doubts about Miss Bird from the very beginning. If that's the case, then why didn't you mention her first? Now, don't make that face. See, there goes the truth running the other way. Let's pick up the pace and see if we can't catch up to it. I don't think you're catching my drift. We're in agreement that the detective isn't the killer, right? If so, then I hope you'll understand when I say that since she is the only one who could have opened your office door, only Miss Bird is our prime suspect. A game theory. Don't you think it's a bit early to be jumping to conclusions? Are you saying there's another way to open the door other than with a master key? Oh, I get it. Perhaps you had a spare made for someone else? I'll have you know I have never made a spare. So what are you insinuating? Nothing. Guess I should have known better than to suggest that someone like you would. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she?
Hold it!
Oh my god. Is there anyone in this district who hasn't at least heard of Detective Gumshoe? Good point. He's practically a celebrity among us prosecutors. Really? I never knew I was so talked about. We're holding our collective breath, you know. No. for when you screw up so badly that you'll literally chase off the force. Wait, what? Is that true, Mr. Edgeworth? Of course not. That's hogwash. Phew, don't scare me like that. I almost had a heart attack there. Making it all that more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message.
Hold it!
By dying message, you mean the bloody letters that spell out gumshoe? I figured that whoever wrote his name must have wanted to frame him. And just the act of choosing his name is proof enough that the two knew each other well. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence! I would love to, but first we should listen a bit more and digest what he's saying. And press him for more information. We've already done that. Her intent, from the messed up shelves to the wiped down safe, I'd say thievery. Didn't we already do that?
Hold it!
Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at the time of night, and tonight she is it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? True, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Yeah, this is the same thing, I think. Yeah, this is the same thing. Oops.
Objection!
Objection. Get out of here. Theft! The culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. Okay, time to present evidence. From the messed up shelves to the wiped down safe, I would say... Oh, wait, no! I meant to present, but at least this goes by fast. From the messed up shelves to the wiped down safe, I'd say thievery. The safe that Maggie should not know about, yes.
Objection!
Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe. The existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. Yeah, even I didn't know about the safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Ha 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 ha. Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind, though? Chat, do we got him? What made you... What's with the angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault. What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes. Really? What did you just say? We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes. And that means... I had only just told him too. Obviously it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. And now he's claiming that the victim was the thief? And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you, Miss Maggie Bird? Excuse me? You are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going to be a bit too far, even if you're in your risky profession. What the? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder? Yes and no. I mean, she has stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? No. I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, even if she was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office. Which is why, precisely, he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. Has he no honor? Kill him! I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out? You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office. But I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You are all suspects to varying degrees and therefore ineligible to run this show. Wow. Is that why this needed to happen in Edgeworth's room? So that he couldn't prosecute this case? Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit! Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself. We have no choice but to accommodate his request, for now. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful. But he's gonna steal more stuff. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman. We will meet again. If that's a formal request from a legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now don't disappoint me, you hear? I hate him. Can I kill him already? To be continued? But Your Honor, I want to kill him. I want to kill him already. Wait, I saved in the slot too? Oh god. Smooth animations, aren't they? Looks so nice. I can't compare anything because I don't know what the original game looked like. But I like how this looks. 4:18 in the morning. Oh my god, this is so early. What is it with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable. Please maintain your professionalism, detective. I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir. But we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir. True. So then what now? Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch. Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things that we should be looking into anyway. Really, sir?
You should be able to swap between the old and new art style.
Yes, we've mentioned that a lot. Thank you so much for the 26 months. For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information. Regarding the mystery surrounding my door. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess we can look into the mystery surrounding the door. But look at this beautiful sofa. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Is Isn't that the missing Zero series file, sir? No doubt about it. The bloody letters mark it as clear as day. There seem to be a few pages missing. Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind. So what are these Zero files about, sir? I guess they've got something worth stealing in them, huh? Not particularly. It's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. They belong to the high prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were. And that means that the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right? It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing. I'm messing with my gavel. I really need to put this gavel down. I just keep fidgeting with it, but like, I feel so powerful with it, and I don't want to put it down. I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case. A well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is excellent. Talk about a luxury waiting area. These babies are also great for napping, you know. You would sleep even out here, detective? In a hallway? Whenever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up on the stand. But it always ends the same way, me getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful? Maybe I should give it a try sometime to envision myself winning, naturally. Edgeworth stare. It doesn't say it's a check mark. Seems like a slight little game bug. I noticed that a couple times. After you're done checking something off, it takes like a second for the item to actually be checked off, but I don't think we're actually done this time. But... Penny, hi! Oh my god, I just actually finished yesterday watching your VOD for the final case of the trilogy. Absolutely beautiful to like witness people watching. Yeah, please go give Snapscube a follow. Penny. Yeah, I watched it! Oh my god, I had to, are you kidding me? Oh my god, you did the same thing with mine. You're so sweet. But yeah, no, I watched you go through the whole Dusky Bridge incident. Oh my god. I didn't realize you were such a stand for Franziska Maya. I actually never heard that shit before you mentioned it. And then as soon as you mentioned it, I was like, oh damn. Maybe she's kind of onto something there. Dude, Penny has some like great taste. Y'all need to absolutely, if you don't already know Snapscube, go give her a follow. Check out her content, YouTube content. You said brain rot, you love them both so much. It's so funny. No, but like that's one of the greatest things I love about like watching other people play this game is like the different things that people get attached to. I always say that it's a really good game if everybody who plays it loves a different character. Like I always like saying that with like Persona 5 or something. Like everybody, when I ask people's favorite character, if you're able to list something different that's something like a favorite different thing, everybody, then you did a damn good job with your game. So yeah, I really like watching that with everybody. Seeing what people like get attached to in their playthroughs is so satisfying. Oh, I love it so much. But yeah, I had a great time watching you do the last case. I know you didn't do the other ones, at least on stream, but oh, I can't wait to see you do more of it though. Agreed, yes! Everyone has their own niche and the variety so vast. That is so true. I love it so much. It's like one of the beauties of gaming, especially RPGs, and how people experience them. It's beautiful. Yes, you need to go check out Snapscube's VODs. Absolutely. She just did it like 3 days ago now. I think you finished it. I only finished your VOD yesterday. It took me a while to keep up. It was 9-hour-long streams. It was hard to keep up. But I spent the past like 3 days trying to keep up with it.
Yes! Where my Ronnie truthers at. I do actually really like Ronnie. Desiree is super based. I started like I've heard this case is around 7 hours. Oh yeah. But it's such a good finale. And you were right with what you said at the end of it too. Oh my god, is that pain? Pain exists. Sorry, distraction alert. When you said at the end, like, you value how a game wraps itself up, or like the finale of games, and you ranked 3-5 as your favorite. Super based.
Up on the
Super
games
based.
myself, but can't not support one of my favorite content creators.
Oh, Annie, thank you so much for the 3 months. That's super sweet of you. Thank you. Also, Heck, thank you so much for the 26 months. A good ending is everything to you. Yeah, that's what you said. My favorite case is 2-4. I think 2-4 is definitely my favorite. Just from like the amount of like raw emotions that 2-4 provides. It's so different. Like I love how different 2-4 was to the entire trilogy. Because I've never felt so much confliction in my life. Like I went through every possible damn emotion in 2-4 case. And I think that's what made it so memorable and so good to me. It's just like, holy shit. I wanted to like poop my pants, puke my guts out. The whole time. The range of emotions, being blackmailed, like sticking to your morals. Like, oh, I love 2-4 so much. Oh, still my favorite. Lahi. Hamill, thank you so much for the €2 donation. You just bought this game plus Astrobot. Hell yeah, 2 base games. Thank you so much. Everybody should buy this game. 2-4 is questioning people's views of justice. Exactly. I love it. I love the messages, and I love that between like 2-4 and 1-4, Miles and Phoenix's roles are completely swapped, right? And I love that direct parallel between the two of them. Oh, it's just such beautiful writing. I love 2-4 so much. I love 3-5 a lot, but I have to rate 2-4 above it for my tastes. Oh. It's just so beautiful. No case made me feel how 2-4 made me feel, man. The blackmail. My heart. Super nail biting. Yeah. Holy shit. It's really, it's a case. It's a case of all cases. But yeah, I didn't like the rest of the second game. Well, I still enjoyed the other 3 cases, but they definitely were weaker compared to like the others in the franchise. But man, that finale was way too good. Oh. I stream both to YouTube and Twitch. It's the same. I read chats. I don't like favor a Twitch chat or a YouTube chat. I read both of you pretty equally. So no worries, no worries. Whatever, the goal is accessibility. So if it's easier for you to watch, usually people watch the YouTube stream for mobile because it's easier to watch mobile streams on YouTube. But if you're on PC, probably Twitch is probably a better experience, but it's up to you. It's just for accessibility. Me, Snapscube, and Nico need to do an Ace Attorney podcast. I actually have thought about it. I think I will follow through with doing like a discussion type of video. I don't really do those, but I really like the idea of like talking about it. It's really cool seeing like the different things that people pull away from their experiences with playing games. I find it so fascinating. Which is why we watch other people play games, right? Because people take away different things, and it's really cool to see what people notice. It's a cool thing. Yes, sir! If you must know, I weighed myself this morning, and I'm finally at 154 pounds. Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway and this room. Oh, everything's okay, sir. A word of advice, stay focused, or you may start to lose even more weight. Aw. Edgeworth shows more concern for this officer than he does for Gumshoe. Yikes. You would love to chat in depth even just off the record? Oh my god, I would actually, like, unironically love to. I can DM you later if you're okay with that. I would actually love to. I'm crazy about the brain rot's so bad. I think you're in the same space as I am right now. It seems like you are. Just brain rot galore. I need more of this. Oh, okay, I'll message you later. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. It's been a pleasure to watch your streams with that. Salary cutting noises. Ugh. Poor Gumshoe. I hope by the end of this game he gets like a huge raise. Maybe, but that's just wishful thinking. What is a basketball doing here?
Oh, that's Mr. Portman's prized possession, sir. I heard that he always plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis.
And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway. Edgeworth is not having this. He just... I don't want to talk to Payne. Why is he here?
It looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter.
We must...
That's not Payne. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly, post-haste.
Sounds like a messy case if you got on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open.
I think I need some advice. Also, Pero, thank you so much for the 10 donation. I really appreciate it. How gracious. I will keep your offer in mind. He bowed to Payne. Oh my god. I think I want to die. Who is this guy? Wait, he didn't know who he was. Classic. This office.
1203, 12... Hey, Maggie, whose room was this again?
It's more Mr. Portman, sir. So he's my new neighbor, I see. I suppose he moved in while I was away overseas. I guess I should talk to Maggie. No, I'll check out my door first. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. He really likes this nook and cranny thing. Is this like a thing? He really likes saying it a lot. 1202. These 4 numbers on a number plate alone proclaim that this to be my office.
Oh, whoops. Hey, these numbers plates slide right out, sir.
They have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know? Although the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of, sus, if you ask me. I don't see any signs of forced entry.
And according to the guard, no signs that the lock was picked either, sir.
He can inspect my nooks. Julia! You can't say that. Meaning that the door really was opened with a key. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob?
Apparently the doorknob's clean as a whistle. Wiped, they think.
Whoever this thief is, they did a good job of not leaving any clues behind. They're a little bitch, is what they are. A minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood. It's sturdily made, making it near impossible to break in by force.
It's almost majestic, sir. I wish I could be as stately as this door.
Only Gumshoe would praise a door as something greater than himself. Being a detective has its own rewards and a certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full potential, there's a poignant trait that anyone can admire.
I see. So you're saying, sir, that me being me is the best thing I can do for everyone?
Right.
That long pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir.
Bruh. Why did this is not getting checked off. I bet the thief's not under here. Ed, what? Bro?
I guess there isn't enough space for anyone to hide under here anyway. I mean, if someone could contort themselves to fit, I'd be really impressed.
Sounds like to me like somebody has already tried at least once before. I wish I could talk to Gumshoe, man. They don't let you.
I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case. I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream. A dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth? Girl, can't relate? Oh my god!
I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her with why.
Oh my god! Have you ever met the victim before? Well, I've seen him a couple times before when I had to go to Mr. Portman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portman, sir. That sounds like fun. Just once, I'd have loved to play with him. It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir. On second thought, I don't think I'd have it all that well with them. But oh no. Oops. Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you are an acquaintance of the detective? She was under my supervision back when she was on the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder and things started going downhill, so she quit. But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night.
You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct?
Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
But Edgeworth's like, nani?
Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building.
I shouldn't be laughing, that's tragic.
I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and now I even managed to be named a criminal just when I've become a security guard.
That's a lot to go through in one lifetime.
I know! And just when I thought I had finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck.
You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird, nor do you need to worry about yourself. Okay. Miles Edgeworth is attractive. Did I ever mention that? I just want to make sure that it's known that it's
nothing phases this man!
Except for earthquakes, but that's called trauma, baby.
No, but like, dude gets like a gun pointed to his head, not even phased. Like, what? Bro? And then this moment, I'm like... But he can be such a softie. How could you be such a hard badass and then be so...
I love him. Your Honor. I love him. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation. His confidence, man. His confidence is just so hot. I just...
Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth, you can count on me. I'll do all I can to help.
I am literally Maggie Bird right now. So when did you discover that the master key was missing?
By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 a.m., sir. And I noticed it was back at around 2:30 a.m. It was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure that between those 2 times, it was not just gone, but stolen, sir.
Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place?
It's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window.
Always, you say? Except for this time, correct?
Well, I admit that that was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. It was after I had used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge.
She used the master key?
I'm just a lowly security guard, so I'm not sure what I should do with that other than to guard it.
It's like talking to another gumshoe.
They were made for each other, Your Honor. Have you seen my badge? That's a prosecutor's badge, isn't it? It proves that you're really a prosecutor. Interesting. Despite all appearances, she seems to know more than Gumshoe. With that badge, even I could be a professional prosecutor. Sir, may I please try that on, just for a little bit? I don't think that would be a very good idea, do you? I guess not. On second thought, they're actually on the same level. Doing it anyway. You can't show profiles to people in this game. Your Honor, they are so cute. Gumshoe knows her from when she was a police officer, now works at nighttime as a nighttime security. Used the master key. Did I not? Oh, I must have clicked B on accident. What did you mean by you used the master key? Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right? Ah! What is it? That's right! I just remembered the prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portsman, sir! What? Please tell me more, Miss Bird, quickly. It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security, sir. And that's when you loaned the master key to him? No way! It's against regulation to loan the master key out to anyone. I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir. I see. And then what happened after that? Well, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 a.m., I think. So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight. Talk about suspicious! I doubt you can say that you've never left your keys at home, Detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door. Not the door. What about the basketball hoop? Like, why? Can we explain this? What is a basketball hoop doing here? Didn't this used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago? So when and why was it moved indoors? I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently. Drag it? I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself. All the way up to the 12th floor? What the fuck is going on, bro? Yes, sir. What is Ace Investigator? Ace Attorney. I'm playing an Ace Attorney game, not Ace Investigator. That's not what this game is called. I was wondering about the investigation. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Let a real seasoned pro teach you how it's done. A real seasoned pro, or of instant noodle cuisine, perhaps? You know that you can always check out the really important spots in more detail, right? Yes. And if the area is too big, you can always use to look around. Oh, don't worry, sir. The command will only show up when you need it. I knew that as well. And when you think there's a contradiction or something unusual, try deduction. You line up... Oh my god, thank you. Thank you, Gumshoe. Choose your poison, I mean evidence. When you're settled on a piece, you've got to present it. I'm pretty sure I already knew that as well, Detective. If you can't remember all that, then welcome to the world of pros. I dub you Ace Investigator, class dismissed. And all I wanted was an update about the investigation. About Miss Bird. No way she's the killer. Please don't tell me you buy into that accusation, sir. Rest assured, I think she's innocent. However, I need to ask her a few things regarding her secret guard position. Well, if you're only asking, that's okay. Just stand next to her and press A. Then you two can start talking about whatever topic you pick. When you want to ask her about evidence, okay, thank you. Thank you, Gumshoe. I recommend showing different people different things. You'd be surprised by what they say. Wow, Gumshoe actually sounds smart in this moment. Thank you for the explanation, though I don't recall asking for one. You can show me evidence in the same way, too. I do believe it's time to get down to business and ask some questions to Miss Bird. Ignored again. But I can show him things. You look rather intrigued by something. Care to share? Oh, it's nothing, but I noticed that Mr. Portsman calls his partner Jim. And the detective in that Sunday night drama, All My Cops, is named Jim. Oh, sorry, this is how Gumshoe would say it. All My Cops is named Jim. I bet one of them is a big fan of that show. You seem to know a little something about it yourself. I take it you watch it too? Of course, the tight bond of friendship between prosecutor and detective is great, sir. But it's nothing compared to the super strong friendship we have. Friendship, detective? I think you're mistaking it with Bro. A new note added to the collections book. Let's see if we can read this. I love him, I hate him. I love that I hate him, and I hate that I love him. The end. How can you say that, sir? And after all we've been through. Oh, I got an achievement for that! Why is that an achievement? What the fuck? That's fucked up! The achievement's called Friendship or Pity. Bruh? Ain't no way. Oh my god. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I'm gonna... Okay, nook and cranny. This is a thing. Room 1203. I take it that this is Mr. Portman's office? Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir. Oh, and that reminds me. Mr. Portsman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir. Why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202? I'm not sure, but I bet it's because of something like his birthday is December 2nd? Really? Yep, that's gotta be it! I can't think of another reason why- oh my god. I can think of at least 3. Ugh, why am I even wasting my time thinking about this? The door is locked tight. I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? This is the office of a high prosecutor, detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them. Aha! So I guess only a great cat burglar could get it. That must be who our culprit is. Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from? Bro. A minimalist yet classy door made of wood. Okay. Kind of majestic too, fits in really well with the ambience of the prosecutor's offices. Even Mr. Portsman seems dignified just because he works behind one of these. Nonsense. A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works. I disagree. Somewhat. Mr. Payne! Wait, what was that? He still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne. Mr. Payne, I suppose custodial work can also be dignified. Mr. Payne's a custodial worker. Oops. It's Mr. Portman's personal basketball hoop. I can't believe he would put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office. But you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here. Oh my god. How long have I had the same office and yet you still manage to get lost? I don't think there's anything else to investigate. Do I gotta, I think it's time to put stuff together. Maggie's done, the doors are done. Oh god, we gotta do the thing, don't we? The thing. Oh god, okay. This key was used to unlock and lock Portman's office at 12 a.m. and at 1:30 a.m. And the master key, that was the use of the master key. And the master key was stolen. This key was missing from 1 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Can we just put these two things together? Yes! Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story. What? No way, pal. I mean, sir. You said that you locked up Mr. Portman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time. Wow, nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. I had totally forgotten all about that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right, it was around that very time that I realized that the master key was missing. And I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir. You pretended. Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up, sir. So in actuality, you never did relock the door then. Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly. Okay. Okay. That? Oh, I didn't mean to talk to you. Wrong button. So. Oh, I have nothing else. Maybe I present Maggie with more stuff? No. I've had to open Mr. Portman's office for him a number of times before. I've also had the chance to see the inside of his office on a number of occasions too. He's got shelves upon shelves of sports memorabilia, trophies, and awards in it, to the point where it's almost beyond gaudy, sir. But maybe I just feel that way because I'm jealous since I don't have even a single one. Don't say that, Maggie! I'll make a special Guard of the Month award just for you! Thanks for trying, but I've already got a mountain of consolation prizes, sir. They're proof of just how unbelievably unlucky my life has been. Plus, getting an award from you just isn't the same as getting a real award, sir. Uh-huh. Yikes. Okay. No. Gumshoe's not gonna respond to any of this? Gumshoe's just here. Existing. I had no idea you had one of these things. I mean, I thought I knew everything there is to know about you, Mr. Edgeworth. There's a great deal you don't know about me. At least, I hope so. What doesn't he know about you? I can make some, theories, so to speak. Okay, I really think I have done everything, but game says, you can't progress in this moment. What if I... Oh, nope, not that button. I keep on getting my buttons mixed up. These two things don't go together, though. Loud noises. Everything seems to be checked off. The ball, Maggie. Would they update if I... Not the nook and cranny, dude. Not the nook and cranny. Oh, deduce. Right, deducing. Yes, I can do that. I forgot about that mechanic. So it should be open right now, basically. Can I just... Eureka! Eureka! This location contradicts this piece of evidence! I don't see anything wrong at all, sir. Detective Gumshoe, you should think a little harder, sir. Although, I don't really get it myself either. I see. I'll point out what's wrong once more for the two of you. I sense that if I look a little harder, I'll find the contradiction slumbering here. Possibly flip through my organizer one more time. Yeah, you're right. I should flip through this one more time. Although I don't see anything here. Like, this looks like what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? This looks the same. I'm not going back, cray-cray. The same. So the master key was stolen, so she could not lock it up. And then this is something we can... Oh, I forgot we can look at stuff in 3D. Can I... Does he have a number? Oh my god, look at that prosecutor badge. This badge's design is said to reflect the relentlessness of and discipline of law enforcement. It comes from the authority vested in us as strict prosecutors of the law, and executors of sentences much like harsh winter frosts and blazing summer days, to where it is to identify oneself as a prosecutor, but I have no interest in doing so. Each prosecutor's badge is engraved with a number of its owner on the back. Numbers. As if we're not human on the inside like everyone else. He did not like that. I don't see Edgeworth's number. I was looking forward to knowing his number. So here we have that. Okay, and then here is that. This is the only screen I can deduce. I just want to verify. So I do have to deduce on that door. Okay, okay. I'm getting used to mechanics, you know. Alright, so that is what we have to do. We at least verified that much. But, oh, oops. Nope, you didn't see that. I love the Eureka! Oh! I missed that bit of info. Pages pertaining to a case tried 10 years ago. I know the 10 years ago by my predecessor. That's interesting. By my predecessor. What did I click on again? I already forgot. Okay, I clicked on the
Eureka!
There we go. If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is this door locked tight? Huh? You know, you're right. Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door? I'm certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I hadn't. Which means what, sir? It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one. She opened a different door, but how can you prove that? There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is examine these. Just check the fucking... Oh. Okay, so wrong answers only. Prints on the number plate. The prints on the number plate. They will tell us all we need to know. Everything? Really? Like what, sir? Like, well, for example, and such as... Well, we know for sure that Detective Gumshoe's dinner will only consist of instant noodles. Wow, that was amazing, sir. How did you know? Was that supposed to be a joke to cheer me up, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh. Yes, that's it. Now then, we should get back to doing what we need to do, and that is... Prints on the master key. Prints on the doorknob. The prints on the doorknob will tell us everything. Yeah, you, pal! Do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay? What did you find out? There's no need for such belligerent nostril flaring, detective. Sir, I have found only Mr. Portman's and Mr. Faith's prints on the doorknob. Only 2 people's prints were left on this, huh? That's pretty decisive. I'm lost, sir. Thinking logically, a certain other person's prints should be on this knob as well. Whose prints should also be on this doorknob? Thinking logically, it's clearly Detective Gumshoe.
Take that!
Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent? The door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. He used that as a bookmark. Oh my god, that means that Maggie was just as dumb as Gumshoe. That means that Maggie used the basketball hoop as a means to tell which door she was opening, and Gumshoe did the same thing. They literally have the same brain. They are made for each other, Your Honor. Oh my god. They did the same thing. What have we here? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Oh my god, the nook and cranny thing. Ugh, it was moved. God damn it. What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey, how about a game? That's okay, detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off. Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk. The positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I better take note of this. Looks like scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it. It looks like a note from the victim. I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone, but it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch you later. Yeah, and it's for Mr. Portsman. I did it! Yay! Investigation complete. Looking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely. How so, sir? In the variety of different ways. I think it's time that we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case. You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth! That voice change, mid-sentence. As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman. What? Mr. Portsman? I knew it! That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me, too. I suspected it. It was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir. That is anything but logical. Lady and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door. 5:12 a.m. Holy shit, I am sleeping. Mr. Portsman, I finished processing the bloody letter, sir. All right, let me take a gander at it. Pass it here. Okay, looking good. You there, take good care of this. He hit Gumshoe's head. If it isn't Detective Gumshoe. End of the line for you, Portsman. We've got you now. Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke? It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jacques Portsman, that you are the guilty party in this case. You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay, if you promise to stay out of our way. You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job? I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl. Woo! Who'd have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? Wow, okay. The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know? Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work. The only thing that you should be using that mouth of yours for now is explaining yourself. Woo! Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Woo! Okay, okay. Miles. Damn. Well, aren't we full of ourselves, even though you have yet to prove anything? I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how, may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. Sorry, but we're not finished yet. Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something? I'll show you what I'm basing my accusation on. With evidence. With evidence. Alright, press, press, press!
Hold it!
Hold it! My accusation is a harebrained idea, is it? You tell me, I'd say it is, after all. Wow, that's it. That was the press.
Hold it!
Oh, and what, pray tell, kind of evidence are we talking about here? Jim was my partner, so you can't say I had a motive for killing him. And that's it. That's not even an anthill, let alone a mountain. It's more than enough, wouldn't you agree? Might I recommend that you review what the word evidence means? It doesn't change the fact that the evidence doesn't point to me as the killer. Besides, how, may I ask, you propose I unlocked your door and got in here?
Hold it!
Unfortunately, I believe I have already shown how earlier. Your speculations mean nothing, as I still insist that I could not gain access to your room. What should I do now? Should I raise an objection? Always raise an objection. You claim to have no way to open my door. However, is that really the honest truth? Huh, alright, I'll humor you. Go ahead, shoot. Very well then, I propose that you use this to open my door.
Take that!
I believe you were able to open my office door with the master key in the way.
Objection!
Wait. Hold on for a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely, you were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. That's right, you used your finger to direct this person to open my door with this key.
Take that!
You had asked Ms. Bird to open your own office door for you, yes? Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know? Ah, but the room you had Ms. Bird open at that time was not your own, was it? What? You had quite the imagination, but why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we? I'm certain that it was Mr. Portman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir. See, Ms. Bird backs up my story. Yet, what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted? How do I suppose I did that? By switching the number plates on our doors, for example. That's right! They do slide out pretty easily. Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours, and not, in fact, mine. Mr. Portman used to make... Oh my god, this music is so good.
Take that!
The basketball hoop, sir! It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor. That's very true, sir, because there wasn't a basketball hoop sitting there. And I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portman's. There are signs that the hoop had been moved. To sit in front of my office, to be sure. That's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack. Oh my god. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. Oh boy. He intends to claim his innocence to the end, doesn't he? I'm as pure and innocent as my jacket. How is... He compared himself to a piece of clothing. Sus! Sus, Your Honor! Sus! And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. My jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know. I just washed it yesterday. Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here. Woo! I love you, Miles Edgeworth. Now you're just spouting nonsense.
Hold it.
Yeah, hold it. Nonsense, you say? Yes, because I'm telling the truth here. That's it.
Hold it!
Using the master key, of course. Sure, you have a problem with that? That is what the master key is for, right? Perhaps we should place it in an elaborate labyrinth of some sort for people like you.
Hold it!
And what were you doing in your office? I was doing my usual training regimen. At 2 in the morning? Bro, nobody trains at 2 in the morning. Who are you? Were you going through your law books from start to finish? Mainly batting practice and some weights. Oh, and I jog when I get the chance. It's 2 in the morning! Wow, you must be the buffest prosecutor we have. Gumshoe says this like he didn't experience Edgeworth snatching up a gigantic bear. You saw what Edgeworth did. I never forgot that. Bro snatched up a bear. A very big, dense, thick bear. And carried it out to get evidence. With the weakest legal muscles, it would seem. I was doing my usual workout, so...
Hold it!
No, don't say that. The killer delivered the bear. That's still one of my favorite ones. The bloopers. I think I've given you quite a few reasons, actually.
And none of those would stand up on their own. Then what about all the evidence? Oh my god, the objections. It's all circumstantial. No judge would convict on such flimsy evidence. He seems to be trembling a little. One more little push, and all I have to do is find the flaw in his testimony.
Objection!
Oops, too early. Let's move on! This isn't like you at all, sir. Concentrate! That was careless of me. I can't afford to do that, or the truth will slowly slip away. Remain calm, Miles. It's the only way. Yeah, remain calm, Miles, you dumbass fish. After that, I was in my room the entire time. But no, you were committing a murder, so you couldn't have.
Objection!
No? The prince? Okay. It's... yes, well... Stay cool, Mr. Edgeworth. You're no good when you're all flustered. Detective's right for a change. How did it come to this? Okay, wait. I had the girl open my office door. Oh, now it's this one. Oh, I was just on the wrong one.
Objection!
God damn it. Oh, I love Miles. Anyway, I had your door dusted for prints. What for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right, I didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. What do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way, if she really was the one who opened your door...
SPLS, when you update the autopsy report, music intensifies.
Thank you for the 100. Then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Further, of all the prints in my office doorknob I have been wiped clean off, I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were...
Objection!
It doesn't change the fact that I was in my room the entire time. Is that really a fact, or is it fiction? Hey, would I lie to you? I have here proof that you were not in your room the entire time as you claim. I do? Oh, it looks like you're out. It says that he's out.
Take that!
There is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman. It was left under your door, or did you not notice? And right here, it says, but you're out. You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you, and what were you doing? Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. Why not just kill Miles Edgeworth too? As I said when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office. My music. Bring back my music, bitch! Just what's so funny, pal? Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me and is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world. What? Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer! Stop trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already. And as I said earlier, it's also circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I had wiped that knob down well. I'm a little obsessive-compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched. Oh my god. Which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and my own prints would be on there. You made that up just now, didn't you? Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example. Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway? Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse. Now that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note that size. Ah, but you can't prove that, can you? Say something, Mr. Edgeworth! Back me up here! Portsman makes a good point. I can't prove that he didn't simply overlook it. Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Airtight, you say? I only just realized I had one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us, if I told you sooner. Really? We're not done? You came back to this office at around 2 a.m., correct? And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. At exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Really? Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Do you really think it's that perfect? Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself. Detective Gumshoe? Sir, yes, sir. I'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be right back. Mr. Edgeworth, sir? I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portman said. The guys down at Criminal Affairs said that they saw him at around 2 a.m. You see? All of the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere. Rebuttal. Do I have any evidence on when I came back exactly? The body was found at 2:05. Oh. I found it at 2:05. It was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Okay, okay. Press.
Hold it!
Fuck you! You are correct. It was around 2 a.m. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time. I remember checking my watch then and made no mistake, it was 2. Ah, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2.
Hold it!
It is as you say, however... Yes, however, you are the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. Tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come now, I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh, well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. I want to punch this guy in the face! It only matters that you ran into the culprit. I want to kill him, Your Honor.
Hold it!
So you paid the Criminal Affairs Department a visit? Yep, right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct. Ask around, I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony. It was just as I said, right? A number of detectives said that they saw you at around that time. I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve. Impossible, he actually does have the perfect alibi. Why the sudden sullen look on your face? Can't you say something back, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we've reached the end of the line and it's time to go get off this crazy train. You there. Please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle. Maggie! Detective Gumshoe! Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn the situation around. I only had a clue. Did I miss something that could help me cast doubt on his alibi? Need to calmly think this through one more time and think with logic. Okay. I will get to the bottom of this. There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life. And one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. However, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once. Meaning that it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person, which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight. It was Phoenix Wright. He threatened me. Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were upended twice. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder, so it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of 2 different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it. And once again after the murder by our second culprit, who was the owner of the second gun. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one who was pointed at my back.
Objection!
Oh! That was such a strong objection! The animation! Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case. Great, so you finally come to your senses. Mr. Edgeworth! Sir, what are you saying? This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case. The person I ran into was just your average thief. A thief? But sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts? Not at all. It seems It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, 2 culprits stole into my office tonight. What do you mean, 2? It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were 2 guns. What is up with Edgeworth and his, like, life? All this shit just happens to him. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office. Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know. If you could, please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Now then, returning to my scenario, Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me, which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time. This would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right? Correct, and then just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his partner, Mr. Fate? Why did Mr. Fate come into your room, sir? He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed something coming from my office, would be my guess. Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right? And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into this office to check it out. Correct, and as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Portsman, and Mr. Fate probably let his guard down. But when Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive, he waited for a chance and stole Mr. Fate's gun from him, and then he killed him. He silenced Mr. Fate for catching him in the act of stealing. Damn. Suck it. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he also had to leave had left the fake dying message behind. You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that? If things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated. There was another visitor, sir? Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems that the thief found their prize. They stole the 0 file, right, sir? Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. So that means that this criminal is still out at large, and we don't know who he is. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter. So the shelves getting messed up twice in the 2 bullets. It was all because 2 different people were doing those things at 2 different times. Precisely. So now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief and was not, in fact, Mr. Fate's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant. Because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
He's gonna be like, it's all conjecture, bro. Can you, like, corroborate your story with, like, a lick of evidence, bro? What's so funny, pal? Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything. Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth, after all. But, you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor? Mr. Edgeworth! You can't let him get away with that, sir! But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point. Don't say that, sir. I don't believe this! Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. Oh my god! Every time you swing the gavel in the camera's way, I jump a little. Did I get you? That thief you ran into should be your real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at criminal affairs. And so I can't be expected to know what happened around after I left. So you think we should be out there looking for the thief? Of course now. Now isn't the time to be having some dead-end discussions. I don't think it's all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. Just have to find a way to prove it.
Hold it!
This music is so good! Actually, no, I wouldn't. Why not? That's elementary. The dying message, of course. Mr. Faith's killer was very clearly left those letters on the spines of those files. And it was after they were on there that the thief stole one of them. The 0 files, right? And that's how we also know the letters themselves were a setup and not from Mr. Faith. If the thief was the killer, do you think that they would try to undermine themselves? Maybe the killer just didn't think of that either. Yeah, that must be it. Maybe, just maybe.
Hold it!
Once escaped, I highly doubt the thief would linger nearby. You never know, maybe they didn't get what they were really after. Oh, you talk like you know quite a bit about this thief. It's nothing like that, I had no idea about anything after all.
Hold it!
According to Mr. Faith's note. Hold on, I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left that note for me in the early evening? If you have proof that he left it at a different time, say, just before he was murdered, I don't have any, no. You see, so I insist again that I was in my office the entire time.
Hold it!
Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith? Ah, that's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. You know those sofas in the hall? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits. And what of the evidence he brought? They were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items, a gun and a pendant. Uh-oh. We got him, Your Honor, but we're gonna keep pressing.
Hold it!
A gun and a pendant. This gun, which was the murder weapon, and this pendant, which belonged to the victim. Oh, that's the same that's on the gun. Wait, the gun had a horsey on it. There's a horsey on the gun. Look, 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 look. It's right there. It's a little horsey. And why were you taking them to criminal affairs? There was something in the past case file I wanted to compare those two. But all this has nothing to do with this case right now. Anyways, I believe you'll find the long paper trail I left to your satisfaction. This is all matching up with what Detective Gumshoe found out.
Hold it!
can't expect you to know, can I? Nope, but I guess you can expect me to take a guess based on logical deduction. Oh, then let's see you deduce. Jim waited for me to leave and then stole the master key, for the purpose of sneaking into your room, of course. And that's when Miss Bird caught him red-handed and the murder occurred. It's all exactly as I had laid out earlier. I know he's lying. I know he was here too at the scene of the crime. We got him, Don't worry, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Objection!
No, the music! You know, whenever you present the right piece of evidence in a place in Ace Attorney, it usually, like 9 times out of 10, it's like super satisfying, right? You're like, oh yeah, I did the right thing because the game music turned off. That means I did it, and it's like supposed to be so satisfying. But I hate in these moments when they turn it off because then I'm like, no, bring my music back, bitch. Like, why'd you turn it off? Like, it's just not satisfying in this music, in this moment. Noel, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. Japanifornia's prosecutors must be workaholics. Or just thieves and murderers. They're all just thieves and murderers. Only 2 pieces. I believe the proper phrase here is you fail. Excuse me? You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. Here's a piece of evidence I think you should read carefully. Says that Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces. Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman. I can't believe to get tripped up by some simple arithmetic. Where is the missing piece of evidence? You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe. You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe. Yeah, he ran to the body at the very beginning. Why? Dude, is like Gumshoe punching him in the face? What's happening? Don't come any closer, I'm warning you. This is all part of the investigation, pal. So don't even think about stopping me. The cops! No! Not the cops! Hey, what's this? He had this on him, sir. Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide. But why would he hide something like that? There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber, because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail for the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin. The KG8 incident. That's not DL6. That's a police case number, sir. Does that mean this video is evidence from that case? Interesting. However, what's recorded on this isn't exactly what's important right now. But I need to know why they wanted that. Let's give the casing a thorough once-over. I don't know, that seems to be it, but the KG8 incident. I need to know. That's blood, isn't it? Yes, and I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh. This might be Detective Faith's blood. No! You've got it all wrong! No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video. Yeah, it's totally suspicious! Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him? You know very well there's no way to prove that. Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints. If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderer, the murderous you and Mr. Faith. No, impossible! But why? What? Did you just eat your necklace? What the fuck is wrong with you? Mr. Portsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir. Very good. And the results we got back from the lab techs on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back, and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, they were able to lift a few Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside of the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir. It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in the murder in my office. Please accept my apologies. Oh, the bow, the bow! Oh, it was nothing, really, compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir. If it had been a holdup or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person. Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail. You know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor. And why would you say he was corrupt? I heard that there was a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir. Forged evidence, huh? Oh, I've heard of that before. And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons. Oh, that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession! We never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office. Now, whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up. We can be pretty certain that it was to steal something. It's just between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes. Oh, well, well. With Mr. Portman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of this. Huh? That Mr. Portman isn't the bad guy? I didn't say that, but rather that there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance to this piece of evidence. Can I save? Because I want to say the prosecutor's badge. Can I? I really want to present the badge. But I know it's not right. But I really want to do it.
Take that!
The person who stole that file, the other villain of the night. I wonder who it was, and what happened to the stolen pages. I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint? Mr. Edgeworth, sir, it's actually, Mr. Mike Meekins, and he is dressed up as that forensics guy right there. Yes? I came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir. This card. Oh, I have that! That's my pin, the badge. That pin. What is it, sir? Is that a bird or something? Not just any bird. It is the mark of the raven, a three-legged raven. I need to bonk my head. That's an SMT demon. The bird. Like the black bird. The black raven. The three-legged black raven. Yatagarasu. That's the demon I'm thinking of. Yep, thank you, SMT. I figured it out. Yatagarasu. Even you should know what this is, detective. Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? That great thief everyone's talking about. Oh wait, never mind. They're talking about... I'm too good for this game, bro. I'm just too good. What can I say? This is why you should play Persona and SMT, because I learn about my demons and they teach me about life. Yes, it is the mark of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. But that sounds like a good thing. The theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media, along with this single card. Although it has been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, look, something's written on the back. What? Let me see. Location of where the thief put the stolen files. The person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu? Organization. Quite a few key words are popping up in this mystery. The murder in my office. How did they get rid of the bullet hole? The return of the great thief Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming, for they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago. We have to go back in time? The end! Your Honor, that's such a good place for us to stop! I'm so glad we did like a whole case today, because that means I can go back to playing Dual Destinies. And I won't feel bad. Alright, peak. Holy shit! Oh, that's Franziska von Karma! Sorry, I got really excited. Alright, friends. That's it! I know I'm getting this question a lot. I'm gonna go back to Dual Destinies. I just wanted to play the first case. I'm glad we got, that's a good stopping point, so I can come back to this once we're done with all of Apollo Justice, Game 5 and Game 6. So, I want to finish Apollo Justice first. We will come back to Ace Attorney Investigations Collection upon finishing all of the games. Although, I will warn you, that means I probably won't get back to this game until, most likely, December. Crystal, why December? That's so long. I have to finish Game 5 and Game 6. Episode Aegis is coming out next week. I would like to play Episode Aegis in between the 5th and 6th games. So here's the deal. We play Game 5. We play Episode Aegis. We play Game 6. And then Metaphor should be releasing around the time that I finish. So then we jump into Metaphor for the month of October. Now, if I have time, I will play after Metaphor. However, the issue, I have a trip to Japan in the middle of November, and I'm gone for 2.5 weeks because Japan is awesome. So, upon my return from Japan is probably when I can play this game. So we got a lot of stuff in the next couple months. So almost Christmas. Yes, we're gonna play Investigations almost Christmas. We'll see how long Metaphor takes though, because that would be about 5 weeks of streams between when Metaphor releases to when I leave for Japan. So I might be able to squeeze 2 games in that time. So we might be able to play Investigations 1 after Metaphor. I go to Japan, I come back, and I play Investigations 2. It might work out, but that's what the timeline is looking like from now, pretty much until the end of the year, what the streams are gonna look like. So, to repeat, come Monday stream, we will go back to Dual Destinies. We will finish Dual Destinies in the next 1 to 2 weeks. We will then play episode Aegis as a break. Then we will play, it's a DLC, so it really should not take that long. And then we will play Apollo Justice 3rd game. I don't know what game number 6. And then Metaphor. Okay? That's the plan. Bonk. If you have not already, click the link at the top that's pinned at the top of the stream. Helps out the stream a lot. Lets the sponsor know that you actually like me and want to support me, and that you also like Ace Attorney and want to support Ace Attorney. Helps a lot. All you need to do is click. If you also, I think I also get credit if you put it on your wish list on Steam if you do not already have it. You don't even need to purchase the game. Just doing a wish list is a lot to every company. It's actually really valuable nowadays. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Thank you for supporting the sponsor. I still can't believe that Capcom sponsored this stream today. I don't know how I got here. I can't believe this happened today. But yeah, I will see you guys on Monday as we return to Dual Destinies. And thank you guys so much for watching. This was a great start. This is really hard to put down. I hate that I won't be coming back to this game for like a few months, but alas, it's okay. I stick to my morals. I love saving the best things for last. I want to play this game as the last Ace Attorney experience that I have. So I'm sticking to that. All right. Thank you guys for the stream. The stream session is now adjourned. Have a good weekend.